The memento from the Footscray game was that friendships are bigger than teams.
Against old teammates.
I really didn't talk to any of them during the game, but I made a point after the game making sure I went over and shook hands with the guys that I had been close to for 5 years. I mean, that was always pretty important to me.
This is Tregenza. McDermott.
He was back on the road again to follow.
Hughes stayed with him all the way. Lee. Hughes again. Good handball. McGuinness has been very quiet. 2 bounces. A third. He's trying to draw Winmar. It goes to Filkey now. Stop. Start again. Handball out to Bartlett. He's got Klug inside of him. Left foot looking for Hodges. Vidovic in the front. Hodges does well to spoil. Klug goes to ground. Traps the footy. Harvey's quick kick. Craven concedes some ground. Burke, good tackle. Bickley, now McGuinness with a chance. Still McGuinness. Drop punt, good kick. Set it up nicely. And Murphy's taken the mark in the pocket. I know they've had to go away from the goal front. But it's the first time Adelaide's found a man when going into attack. Michael Murphy, who kicked 6 goals against Footscray. And to say that Adelaide need this would be one of the understatements of the 91 season. She's dropped punt.
Carabin, a curse for most other AFL teams. It was to prove the same for the Adelaide Crows.
Straightens up, kicks a goal, and I think it's a goal to the Crows.
The game opened with the locals hailing the return of 2 stars, Nicky Winmar and Tony Lockett.
Oh, well done.
The game was barely 30 seconds old when Plug had goaled, but the Crows battled away. They never recovered from another bad start and trailed 42 points at the first break. Lockett was awesome, and Danny Hughes was the man he did much of the damage on. Hughes was taken to the ground and returned to spend the balance of the day up forward.
Free kick to Hughes. Too high. Drop punt. Good kick, and he's kicked it. So the Crows get their third.
Frankie Conklin got underneath that one. Smart. Gets it to Bickley, then on to Lindsay. Marshall to the half-forward line. The mark has been taken by Klug. Now Klug will kick from 35.
It was a day to forget, but the big men for Adelaide were best. Mark Micken had a real go, and John Klug at half-forward was always a chance to score. But there was little to salvage with a 131-point loss and a drop to 11th on the premiership table.
John Klug kicks a goal, beautiful kick right through the middle.
When we first travelled, we left Saturday morning of the game. You know, blokes were getting up at 7 o'clock when they normally sleep until 9 or 10, and it was just all very rushed early, and I guess we all felt a little bit uncomfortable with it. None of us were relaxed, and I guess the score was on the board that we got a couple of real decent hidings over there in the early part of the year, and took a little bit of toying with it. We eventually left Friday afternoon about 4:30, got over there by 6, had a decent meal and just relaxed. Sometimes went to the basketball, went to the pitches, or just stayed around the hotel and watched TV. And certainly by the Richmond game, the North Melbourne game over there, it was a lot more relaxed, and you know, it really showed in the performances on the ground. The blokes pretty well did as they would normally do at home. You know, there were a few differences, but we felt, you know, pretty well like a home environment, and that certainly showed.
Coming off a rest the week before, refreshed and enthused, the Crows tripped east again to clash with finals contenders North Melbourne.
He's doing well, Bickley. And Adelaide will get clear through Bickley, as Don said. And he played a couple of games.
Been playing mainly up on the forward line, but they've brought him down the ground early, which is good.
Filkey, Tregenza. Filkey, their only goal kicker, and what a gem it was. Down towards full forward. That is a mark. Jamieson, well within kicking distance. You can see the distance he has to kick the ball, about 40 metres. Hodges, I think, probably playing at half-forward flank, Don, is he? North off to a good start. The leader taps down. Chandler's kick is high, and he travels about 12 metres. The umpire calls play on. Didn't think it was a mark anyway. Klug takes it, decides to play on quickly. Good play. So maybe Adelaide can get the quick reply. This is Murphy.
He was their principal goal kicker against St Kilda. Murphy, as we've already mentioned, from formerly of North Melbourne, kicked 2 goals against St Kilda.
Well, they only had 4 for the day, Don.
They didn't have to kick many to be their main goal kicker.
Murphy from 45 out. Gets underneath it a little bit, but a good kick accuracy-wise, it's a goal. And that's just what they wanted, a very quick reply. Filkey wanted Murphy one for Adelaide. Their goal kickers, they trail by 2 points.
I don't think he's a natural half-forward. There's McDermott working hard as he always does. Klug's been good so far. That's Marshall. Oh, there's a free kick,
excuse
umpire.
me.
Yes,
Oh.
he saw it too. Good umpiring, good position. He was side on.
A lot of that goes on there. What happened
so
there
it
was that
does.
Roberts, out of picture, had hold of Murphy. There, you can just see it. That's good camera shot there.
Well,
Great camera shot to
Peter-
see. That was just exactly what did happen.
I'll ask Peter Sumich if that goes on after last week, but here's Murphy from directly in front for his second. That's a nice looking drop punt. That is a good kick. It's a goal.
Tregenza into the square. Roberts does well. Fairly. Two Adelaide players on the bottom. Klug and Murphy. Roberts.
Good
Oh,
tackle.
no one's getting it out of there. Jamison finally gets boot the ball. That's a pretty good snapshot for a goal. 4-1 to 2-3. 3 quick goals to the Crows, and they lead by 10 points.
To the half-forward line. Looks like all Crows. Bickley, the diving mark, and he's taken it. But Graham Corns has his Gerald Hart to the half-forward line. I'd like to see Hodges closer to goal, but there's a nice hand pass to McDermott. Towards the half-forward line it goes. The short one is on, and that's a good mark taken up there by Murphy. Again, he's creating all sorts of problems.
He's not doing too bad on the half-forward line, Hodges. He's shooting out a couple of hand passes. He's at least running straight at the ball. And that's a strong mark, a good mark. A lot of pressure there coming from Roberts.
Well, Michael Murphy's kick too. He will kick from 47 metres. Well, 50 in fact. Oh, beautiful looking drop punt. This might be a goal. What a...
Crows doing well in the latter part of this term, especially with Murphy. Delena again, what a dream start he's having. This is Tregenza. After Larkin's hand pass went astray, Martin will go the spoil. A big fist over the top of Murphy, but he's given away a free kick. And Don, that surely was Tiggy Touchwood, was it not?
No, I think I've got to agree, Peter, with the umpire on that occasion. We'll
Well, it
see
doesn't appear
this.
to be too
Look,
much, is
see, there is the arm. It was the right arm initially.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Are umpires looking more for infringements up forward than they did in the first 4 rounds of the season?
No, you'd have to be privy to their meetings, I suppose.
Well, it certainly seems that way, doesn't it? 40 metres out. That's not bad. He's got another one.
Right at those centre bounces. He's been good again. There's Hodges working hard too. Good play. German gets in a hand pass. They're working so much harder, the Crows, today than they did against St Kilda. That was Abernathy trying to get it to the half-forward line. German, a hurry kick.
Well, forward,
well done.
and Micken.
He's doing well in the centre bounces. He did that particularly well against St Kilda, dropping across half-back and taking marks.
Well, he had the compliment of Gallagher being taken off.
Oh!
A goal off the ground. It is.
North Melbourne through Shoal, the centre of the ground, a bad bounce, eludes Micken. Tapped on by Filkey. Hart back to Filkey. They're looking good, Adelaide. Out to the wide open spaces. As we see Tregenza, he's very, very quick. He ran away from Swass. Abernathy back to Tregenza. That's great play by the Crows. The short one is on. Here's the lead. Oh, great pass, and McIntyre is marked.
The McIntyre's only just come onto the ground replacing Jamison. Likely fellow, this McIntyre. Looks like he's lost a little bit of weight at the start of the year. Got big, broad shoulders. Good shape for a footballer.
So Micken, and as we've mentioned, having a great game. To Tregenza. Martin again defensively. Roberts had a long sleeve jumper on before half time. Comes out in the sleeveless jersey. This is Chandler. Hooks the ball across his body. Abernathy right on the boundary line. And goes for distance with the kick. It's not a bad sort of a roost, that, but I think he's put it through. Great goal if it is.
Traded by that left foot goal a moment ago. There's a beautiful kick to the half-forward line. Over the back of the pack, it's the Crows charging in after it. It's at the little
That'd be
forward
little
pocket
lip
play,
tack,
lip
wouldn't it?
tack.
Yeah.
That's little lip tack again. I think he might have been pinged here for holding the ball.
Certainly
is it
gets underneath
going
the
to be
feet,
a
doesn't he, of the pack?
bounce. I think it's going to be a bounce. As the umpire chases it over the line, the field umpire had to go and collect his own ball then. Don't see that too often. Gavin Dorr and Anton McKernan in full marks tonight. They've been terrific. Hardly made a mistake.
Anton McKernan, is that Irish?
I would have thought Scottish actually, Don. Forward pocket, tap down. Oh, here's a chance round the corner by Liptak. Is that another one? Yes.
Well, it's finally come off for the little fella. It's good to see his teammates go across and congratulate him, because He's run in there just earlier. He ran really well underneath the feet of the pack. He's done it on a number of occasions in the first quarter, but just hasn't really captured the ball or the goals.
As it comes out towards McGuinness, then on to Hart. Chris McDermott played a good game. He goes short. Lindner, Klug. The Crows go forward again. Some wrestling going on. Martin at the back. Murphy at the front. Here's a chance for Liptak again. Around the corner goes McIntyre. Is that a goal? Yes. Great goal.
Second.
McIntyre, 2 goals. 13-7 Adelaide, 9-5 North.
Well, it was all done through quick movement of the ball from that half-back line. And then the long bomb. Now Liptak gets underneath the pack once again. There he is, the little fellow. Well done. He really does read the ball well off the hands of the pack.
He wasn't quick enough. McDermott. Maynard. Spears the pass into centre wing. Micken onto McDermott.
Oh, quick.
And McGuinness up towards half forward, and the mark is taken by McIntyre. And McIntyre's already kicked 2 goals. Murphy's still the leading goal kicker for the Crows. He's got 4. All of those were kicked in the first quarter.
Gee, that was explosive power shown by McGuinness. He changed track, got onto that left foot, cut across Spargo, and found McIntyre.
The kicks at goal. Going to be close. In fact, it couldn't be any closer. Hits the post for 1 behind. Towards full forward. And Lee takes the mark. Kicks the ball back towards centre wing. Or half-back flank. Won't quite get that far. Still to be won. It's Marshall that does it. And Marshall kicks down towards right half-forward flank. A marking contest. The ball spills for Klug. Needing some shepherding. Left foot centering kick out towards half-forward. Was that a mark? Did he hold it long enough? Oh, that was a high tackle. That came from Delina. He put the arm out to protect himself. Abernathy. Finally picked up by Bickley, who spotted a man further downfield on his own. That's the skipper. And Chris McDermott. Probably too far out to score. And realising that himself, goes in short. And the mark taken by Tregenza. Although the angle is worse, he is a little bit closer.
See, they need a steadier, don't they, Adelaide?
Certainly do. 7.5 minutes left in this term. Kick number 18 coming up for him. It might come around.
Good one.
That's a pretty good sort of a kick. It's a goal. Brushes 1, brushes 2 tackles, and finally gets his kick in. Well done, Tony McGuinness, up towards full forward. Snap over the shoulder from Abernathy is not bad, and a goal. Well, Abernathy brings up his second. Indeed, both spectacular goals. 15-8 to 12-7.
Well, he was all by himself in the goal square on that occasion, Abernathy. Watch the high ball from McGuinness.
Position. Marshall, was he held? Certainly appeared to be the case. He did get the hand pass out. Bickley kicks up towards the 50-metre line. Lindner turns on a threepenny bit, shoots at goal. He can kick long, and he's kicked a goal. Bruce Lindner's first goal. He too started on the bench tonight. 14-7 to 16-10, and once again the difference is 15 points.
Well, he is capable. As McCarthy's capable down the other end of the ground, so is Lindner. And watch this. This is absolute ability here. You read it well. He's normally a right foot kick. Went onto the left foot. Not a problem.
Marshall, as you're looking at it on the replay, it seemed to bounce on the line, so maybe it should have just been a throw-in. Anyway, it'll be for what's your decision probably later. Klug, good hand pass onto Filkey. Inside 50, long kick, up towards full forward, almost Jamison. Paddles the ball further forward. Abernathy, dragged down by Rock, picked up by Stevens. There is a whistle. It's an Adelaide free kick. I don't think many could argue with that. Bruce Abernathy kicked 2 delightful goals tonight. Centering kick, Hodges. And Peter McKenna, I know, is going to say, I told you so.
Well, they look a better side when he's up there. I reckon he's a good full forward, this guy.
It's a good mark, actually.
Well, he kicked 150 goals.
There he is. Positions himself well.
Scrubbers don't kick that many, do they, Pete?
He's a good full forward. He gets in front, too.
Kick number 6.
The building site and the old girl was far from well dressed. But the Crows had bigger worries. The Roos had embarrassed them at Waverley in the Foster's Cup, and they set out for an equaliser. Michael Murphy was becoming Adelaide's most prominent forward. He featured again in the difficult night conditions, but he was reported during this fixture. He missed the next 3 games after booting 4.
A huge pack of players in there. Oh! A goal off the ground. It is. So Adelaide hit back.
Tapped on by Filkey. Hart back to Filkey. They're looking good, Adelaide. Out to the wide open spaces. As we see Tregenza, he's very, very quick. He ran away from Swass. Abernathy back to Tregenza. That's great play by the Crows. The short one is on. Here's the lead. Oh, great pass, and McIntyre is marked. Peter McIntyre, a chance to put the Crows 2 goals in front just before half-time. There's the kick, a beautiful kick. It's a goal.
Comes out in the sleeveless jersey. This is Chandler. Hooks the ball across his body. Abernathy right on the boundary line. He goes for distance with the kick. It's not a bad sort of a roost that, but I think he's put it through. Great goal if it is.
Bickley saving the day for the Crows. Good play with a sweeping hand pass. As it comes out towards McGuinness, then on to Hart. Chris McDermott played a good game. He goes short. Lindner, Klug. The Crows go forward again. Some wrestling going on. Martin at the back. Murphy at the front. Here's a chance for Liptak again. Around the corner goes McIntyre. Is that a goal? Yes.
McGuinness.
The Adelaide boys handled the wet ball well, used possession football and forced a 20-point advantage at the 3/4 time break. If the Crows were to ever use the phrase, it's a learning experience, that was the night.
Is not bad. And a goal. Klug. Good hand pass onto Filkey. Inside 50. Long kick up towards full forward. Almost a
An early goal to Hart, and they took some comfort breaks, which allowed the Roos the little they needed to get back into business.
4 points. Bruce Abernathy kicked 2 delightful goals tonight. Centering kick, Hodges.
He's a good full forward. He gets in front too.
Kick number 6 for Scott Hodges. And I think he's kicked a goal. He has.
As the seconds ticked away, Adelaide were hanging on. Not trying to win, it proved disastrous. 2 bad errors, and the Roos stole the game on the siren. Former South Australian Wayne Carey was sensational for North Melbourne in the dying minutes. He kicked 2 long goals and pinched the lead.
As we see Wayne Carey from 40 metres directly in front. The kick is close. It's a goal. North Melbourne hit back hard. Gallagher, a hurry kick to the half-forward line. Carey the mark.
Well, Pretty's going to make the distance from here.
The Roos forward John Longmire booted 6 that evening, but Carey was the hero.
There's the drop punt, beautiful balance, and I think he's put it through. He has. North Melbourne by a point.
Good mark.
And Micken drops back to take a very safe mark. The time might have been Adelaide. He goes to the member stand side, looking for Smart. There's the play and there's the siren. North Melbourne have stolen the game from Adelaide by 2 points. 18-12 to 18-10. And the Adelaide players still can't believe it.
The Crows' feelings were openly displayed by their skipper, Chris McDermott, as they fell to 12th on the ladder, the lowest point of the season.
Chris McDermott.
Well, they really did. If ever I've seen a game stolen, that was stolen tonight.
It was a game we dominated, I felt, pretty well all night, bar the last 10 or 15 minutes. And we've copped some fairly large hidings over there, but personally I found that game as disappointing one to lose and as demoralising as any that we'd lost throughout the year. And it hit home to the players. I think that, you know, it was tough, and we just had to, you have to concentrate 120 minutes. You can't have 5 minutes rest. You can't go for a ball half pace. You can't do anything easy. You've got to be flat out.
The next game was at home against the Demons. The forward line was functioning well. Scotty Hodges and Rod Jamieson were combining, and the home side was determined to steal the points against